Oh, I didn't see y'all there. How are you doing? I'm never doing that ever again. So, hello. Aside from that weird intro, I thought I would try something new and I don't like it. So, we're gonna move past that intro. So, I don't know about you guys, but I started reading COVID year. When we started getting isolated, we were forced to spend time in our homes, and a lot of time. I resorted to TikTok, and from TikTok, I was introduced to the sides of TikTok. The big one for me, book talk. Listen, it was a fun time. I'm never gonna complain about book talk. To put into perspective how long ago that's been, because when you think of COVID, it honestly feels like just yesterday that we were in the pandemic. I was in 8th grade. I am now a senior in high school. Where has the time gone? Like, insane. So, clearly, I am not the same person as I was in 8th grade, or at least I hope not. And today, we're putting that to the test to see if my brain is still thinking the same wavelengths that it was in 8th grade. In order to test that, there's a reason why I introduced this video with book talk. And if you know me, I read. I love reading. I am going to be rereading the books that I originally gave 5 stars in 2021 now to see if they are still 5-star reads. You get what I'm picking down? Wait, you get what I'm putting down? I have so many books that I'm actually really excited to figure out if I still like now. In my last reading vlog, to be completely honest, don't know how long ago it was for you guys. It was literally yesterday for me. I read the first 2 books of the All for the Game series, and I've been hinting towards the 3rd book. We're reading The King's Men. I'm gonna admit I'm starting this video out with this one. I am the most excited and I have the most hope for this one. I reread the first 2 books as I just mentioned, and I have hopes for this one. I have such high hopes because this book was my favorite book out of the entire series. Immediately this was a 5-star read for me. The other 2 books are also 5 stars, but they're just not on the same level as this one. And I still consider the first 2 books to be 5 stars. So, The King's Men is our first. I forgot that part of reading vlogs requires me to tell you about the book. To be completely honest, I can't tell you much of what this is about because this is the 3rd book in the All for the Game series. It is the last book. So I'm gonna say the premise of the first book so you can kind of get an idea. This is a spoiler-free vlog, so if you haven't read this book, you're okay. You're okay. This is just more like my reactions, my descriptions, telling you about it. So this entire series follows our main male character, Neil Jostin. He is this like runaway kid. He's very troublesome, and he plays this sport Xe at his high school. Not the best team ever. And these recruiters come to invite him to play for a college. And he spent his entire life running away, never staying in one spot. So he decides to join said college team. And then you meet the entire college and you just follow his experience with Xe as well as his troublesome past, as well as people come into his life that aren't so good. And yeah, this one's been always my favorite. I'm excited. I'm gonna go wash my hair because it's dirty and I hope you can't tell until I told you, and then you start looking at my hair and you're like, oh yeah, it's disgusting. So I'm gonna go. We're oversharing today.
Either way, you're with me or not, just know that I'm okay. I wish you the best life if that's the case. Plus I needed time for myself anyway. I'm done with chasing, done wasting energy you can't replace. I'm over the pressure of doing things your way. When you left, that shit was hard, but it gave me a fresh start. Now that we've departed, your feelings disregarded. Oh.
Hey guys, so I thought I'd give you a little update before I went to bed because it's gonna be a while until I talk to you guys again. So I actually made a lot of progress. I am on page 159. That's insane. That is the most I've ever read after school. I kind of forget how actually spaced out this book is. Like, for some reason, I feel like it's just back to back to back event, but it's actually a lot more spaced out. I don't know why, but it's just suddenly that came up in my mind. Like, that's the one bad thing about me rereading stuff is I hyperfixate on like a point that I know is in the book, and then I'm like, when is it happening? But this book, every single time it gets me. Guys, it's gonna be a 5-star read. I think one of the biggest reasons why I love the third book over the first two is because of a relationship that develops in this book that you sort of see in book 1 and 2, but it's just not strong enough that you can like take evidence from it that it's gonna happen. And this book, it all comes together. That's kind of all I have for now. It's amazing. Like, one of the reasons why I love this book is because of how like heart-wrenching these quotes are. Like, they're so descriptive and you feel exactly what these characters feel to such a level that I feel like I've never really read before. And it's incredible because like I'm experiencing these characters' story so heavily. Like, I feel like I'm actually experiencing them. Like, it makes it feel like it's my own thoughts, and it's crazy. It's just such incredible descriptions of like what these characters are going through, and it just like, it stabs you and it hurts, but you want more of that pain. Andrew has some really good quotes too, not just Neil. Also, I washed my hair and I keep touching it. It's a good quote that absolutely has nothing to do with the plot line, but I feel like it's just so, I'll just read it. The court doesn't care what my name is or where I'm from or where I'll be tomorrow. It lets me exist as I am. It makes me want to do sports. That's all I have for you right now. This book is incredible. It's definitely not for the lighthearted. I can tell you that much right now. But it just holds so much depth. And I love it. It's just like, it's not what I usually read. It's not a typical romance. It's one of my favorite books of all time. And it's gonna stay a 5-star. Like, I have no doubt about that. Like, I had no doubt in the first place, to be completely honest. But anyways, I'm gonna go because it's getting late.
If we could run it, if we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could run it back, if we could run it, if we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could
Guys, I finished literally like 5 seconds ago, and I need to get my thoughts out right now or else I'm never gonna do it. This book, I feel, actually, I need to lower you guys. Y'all are too high. This entire series is genuinely my favorite books of all time. And after rereading these books, I've 100% determined this is my favorite book of all time. Just every single little thing about this book is incredible. Like, this book, it always has parts that keep going along with the storyline. So you're constantly wanting to read more, and like, I didn't want to put it down. It's an incredible series, truly. I'm going to speak about this book in particular because I read it for the video. It is 100% still a 5-star read. In fact, I would go to say that this is a 6-star for me. I think one of the biggest reasons why is because of all the relationships within the book. Like, the found family trope in this series, chef's kisses. Literally, the first book, the Foxes, which is the team, the Exy team that Neil joins, they're a team. They're not doing good, and they're not even together. Like, they're a team, but they don't actually really like each other. And bringing Neil into this story throughout the course of the 3 books, they really become a team, unified, and like, they end up doing really good. And like, by the end of the books, I'm not gonna give too much spoilers, but they do end up winning against like something that they could never achieve in the first book. And it's just so important to see their progress and just like how much Neil has brought to these people and how much they have done for him too. It's incredible to read. Outside of the big group, the big team, there's also individual relationships that are developing, and it's both like romance, friendships, just everything about it. It's incredible. The way Nora describes like these characters with the most like heartbreaking like statements ever that like are meant to get you like thinking really hard and being like, oh my god, like that is awful. It gives you actually like, it's one thing completely to read about some traumatic event that happened, but like to see actually these characters deal with the trauma instead of just kind of brushing it off and like happy ever after ending, you actually get to see them deal with these traumas that they have. And it's just such an incredible book. I have like my all-time favorite couples in this. Just like the development of the characters too. It's such an incredible book. It's definitely a lot. It's very triggering. Please check the trigger warnings if you do want to read this series, because there's a lot. It's a mafia book, so I have never read a better book than this one. It's so like, it's just like, it's a comfort book for me. If you want to, I highly recommend reading this book. You don't need to be into sports. It's literally a made-up sport anyways, so it's not like you have to like have prior knowledge of it. But yeah, favorite books of all time. I could read like a whole other like 10 books about these characters and like I would still be interested. Anyways, we're gonna stop rambling. So I'm not going to start a new book today, but I am gonna tell you what I want to read. Honestly, I kind of wanted to do this video in the first place because of the book that I'm going to be reading. Oh my god, is my hair messed up? No, it's not. I just messed it up. We are going to be reading Red, White, and Royal Blue. I remember I binge read this entire book in one day in July. I actually was gonna reread this before the movie came out, and clearly I never did. And what better way bring it into this video. This was a 5-star read. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I'm actually really curious to figure out if I still find this a 5-star read, because I have not really been interested in romance books. Plus, I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't like the movie, so I don't know. I really loved this book. I clearly loved it because I read it so fast, and we're gonna see if I still like this book. So I have a package I thought I would unbox with you guys. It's from Every Jewels. Their entire site was 80% off. 80%. And I love their jewelry. I had a little green pendant, but then I lost the actual pendant, but I still have the chain. So when I saw that they were doing 80% off, you know I had to get stuff. So I got the package opened. Here's the little packaging. Also, I can't remember if I wore this shirt in the last time I updated you guys. In case I did, this is my after school outfit. Let me show you. It's this shirt. It has my school on the back, so I'm not gonna turn around. And then gray sweatpants. Also, my leg really hurts, and I don't know why my leg hurts. Actually, it's probably because I worked out. First, I believe this is just a chain, a plain chain, which I have a lot of, but they're cute. So I'm gonna, oh, I really like that. Hold on. And this one I'm most excited for because I have wanted this necklace or one like it from Every Jewels for literally like years. And it's just always been sold out, and I just couldn't find it. The little envelope heart necklace. Hey guys, so I thought I would give you guys a break of seeing back to back, just like me reading and then me talking about it and over. So I went to Walmart and Five Below, and I'm gonna give you a haul. So first at Walmart, I'm doing it first because I only got one thing. I got some black pens for journaling because I don't have any. These are just retractable gel pens. For my Halloween little costume, I got Harry Potter glasses because I have the robes and then I have the wand. And then I have like a little white shirt. I have everything. I just needed the little Harry Potter glasses. And then I got this little toast lamp because I've been wanting this for a while, and then I saw it and I was like, oh my god, it's cheap. So I bought it. And lastly, I got a little mirror ball because I saw it and I immediately thought of Taylor Swift. So, okay guys, I am 2 pages into the book. Also, please ignore, I have this pimple with annoying pus in it, and it's gonna bug me. But, 2 pages in, and I need to rant. I need to say this one statement before I carry on. I am so angry that they took June out of the movie. Like, she was just mentioned in the book, which is why I thought of it. And I was like, same with the, oh my god, what's his name? Oh my god, what's his name? Like, Alex's By Awakening. The guy, I forget his name. Oh my god, what is his name? I really don't know his... Liam. They, like, changed his entire character. And, like, combined him with... I don't even know. I don't remember. But they messed up his storyline, too. Sorry, I really needed to rant it. I need, like, a good lesson on how to aesthetically light a candle, because I can't do it. Oh, there we go. Flame. Guys, it's like 8 o'clock now, or like 7 o'clock. Actually, I don't know what time. I haven't made much progress. I'm still at like 100 pages. It's mainly because I feel really sluggish today. I want to rewatch the movie and actually like absorb every single detail, and then I'm gonna finish reading the book, and I want to see like how much they really did change. I did not end up finishing the movie. Actually, I did. I just skipped basically all of it. But I started reading the book again, and I forgot how many Harry Potter mentions there are in this book, and it actually, like, I love it so much because I also love Harry Potter. Oh my god, like, there's another one about Remus Lupin being gay, and I'm like, I love this so much. This quote is so good. This is the Remus quote I'm talking about. Wait a second. I knew they changed Henry's last, like, something with his name in the movie. My guy just has a completely different last name. Hanover Stewart. That's what his last name? No. Like, they got Henry, George, Edward, James, Fox, but they changed. God, I'm sobbing over the tiniest little quote ever. Alex's father says, "I see you." I finished Red, White, and Royal Blue. Oh my god, this book. I genuinely forgot how much I actually do love this book, which is a little bit why I was kind of like, I don't know if this is still gonna be a 5 stars, but I was proven wrong. Alex and Henry's relationship is just so, I love them so much. Like, they're meant for each other. Alex starts to learn about Henry and starts to actually really trust him and actually like fall in love with him. I remembered he was important to me, but I couldn't remember why. But like, after rereading it, I really do understand why he's such an important character to me. His figuring out his sexuality is just so important to me because I've been in that position, and like to read him deal with his sexuality and overcome it and become proud of it is just so important to me. So yeah, everything about that, and just like the way Alex describes Henry, but is still a 5-star read. So I think I'm gonna read one more book in this video, and I'm kind of going along with the gaze, okay? So it is in fact the fall season. Clearly it is fall, and I originally wanted to do a video about like reading fall related books, but I just don't have enough books for that, and I want to finish the books that I do have. But I do actually have a fall book that a lot of people are reading now, and I read it back in like 2021 and I gave it a 5 stars, and we're revisiting it. If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. It's dark academia. It is telling about, so there's like a murder, and this guy, Oliver is right? Is that his name? Oliver? Yeah. Oliver gets out of prison, and it kind of tells the story of what happened that led to this murder. And it's this a group of Shakespearean kids. They do theater, and it kind of uncovers what happened, and I love this book. So we're gonna live out my dark academia vibes, and we're gonna read this book. I've officially finished reading If We Were Villains, and I have a lot of thoughts. I have so many little tiny thoughts that this is gonna be interesting to see how I try to explain them, because I don't know why, but I feel like my brain works 20 times faster than my mouth can even process. So with that knowing, I want to say right off the bat, this book, I think my rating has changed, but it's not what you're thinking. Actually, it might be. I don't know what you're thinking. But I think this is generally a book that would potentially go to a 6 star. And I have only ever given one other book the possibility of being 6 stars, and that was The King's Men, which I read in this vlog too. So that's showing that 2 of my favorite books from 2021 have become books that I would consider to be 6 stars. So I'm gonna explain why I love this book and hope it makes sense to you guys. So this book is genuinely like one of the most beautiful books I think I've ever read, if not like the best, beautifulest book I have ever read in my entire life. So this entire book is told in 5 acts. So you get a little prologue, which is in the present time, and then you slowly uncover things that happen in past time. I really love that. So you get an insight of kind of what's happening in present time, as well as you are getting mostly what happens in the past. I think M.L. Rio does such an incredible job at showing that these characters have flaws, but these flaws make them human. And just like, I usually cling, when I read a book, I cling onto a relationship that I know or that I've heard happens, and I clung to that relationship throughout this entire book, especially during the reread, and let's just say it destroyed me. I thought I cried enough the first time that I would, like, be prepared. No, I was not prepared. I cried so hard at the end. It's just, and even the ending, oh my god, I completely forgot about the ending. I need another book for this. Like, what is that ending? I need more. Make it happy, please. For my sake, please make it happy. But truly, this book is incredible, and if you want to get into dark academia, this is the book to go to. No. Like, no other option. Like, this book genuinely makes you want to read every single piece of work Shakespeare has ever written, ever done, and, like, analyze it and understand it. Like, I want to learn Latin because of this book. Like, this book, every single little tiny detail that this book entails, like, these characters, you watch them slowly fall apart, and just, like, the way the author writes it is just so incredible. It truly broke my heart, and I don't think I've ever read a book that, like, does it this well. So, with that being said, the love that I have for this book, I think, is so different from any other book that I have ever read, and, it's not to say that, like, this genuinely, I think, I can't really compare it to The King's Men, because I feel like those two books are completely different, but usually I compare books like that, but with those, I can't, like, I physically can't compare those two, because they're two completely different books, and they both show, like, found family, but also the tragedy that's happening around them. It tells a story about these Shakespearean kids, obviously doing Shakespeare plays, revolving around a tragedy while they're in a tragedy. So it's like a tragedy in a tragedy. But anyways, that's all I'm gonna say for this video. I really hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys next week for another video.